When I debuted as Sarbi version 2, I completely forgot to record a model showcase, and so I decided to record one now, right when Sarbi version 3 is literally in production. So here is an unconventional and late model showcase. So here she is. This is Sarbi version 2. I created the artwork and the model rigging all by myself. This is my second ever VTuber model, V1 being my only other VTuber model when I created this model. It was a huge undertaking doing my first full body model, yes, full body, and learning how to do V-bridger parameters on top of this. I wanted to make sure that this model was very expressive, so I can do quite a few faces. There's also a difference between my non-smiling face and my smile. You can see my eyes change. The under eye shifts up when I smile to make it look cuter. The eyebrows actually affect the eyes as well. If I make myself bold, because I have plenty of toggles, you can see the face a lot better. So this is the face angles. And the mouth is probably the most jank, especially at the weird angles, especially on this side. I never turn this side really, it's usually this side. But as you can see, the tongue is in a weird spot. But you can see the eyebrows affect the top of the eyes. For V3, I am going to be increasing all of this so that it's even more expressive, and I'm making sure that it is all V-bridger compatible. The angles were made using Live 2D HAG. It's like a guide that gets put into Live 2D and literally sits on the top of your work, so you can use it as a guide for all the angles. I decided not to go crazy extreme for my second project, but definitely more than version 1. So I can turn to the side much further than I could with version 1, and just in general a little bit better. It just helped keep everything in proportion. I still think I could have done better. I really struggle with the mouth because there's no guide for the inside of the mouth, and some of the tracking is a little bit jank, and I don't know if that is because of my lighting or my iPad, the placement of my iPad, because it sits behind my monitor, using a stand to just make sure that the camera peeks over the top of my monitor, or if it's just the way I rigged it. The hair physics is quite nice. They're very bouncy, but not as flowy as I would have liked, which is what I'm looking forward to working on with version 3. But the subtle movements are very nice. For someone's second model, I would say that this is a very complex model, and I spent a lot of time working on the finer details. I can make some really nice, cute expressions. I like lifting my head up like this, because VTubing is as much face acting as it is the rigging itself. You can have an amazingly expressive model, but if you kind of just talk like this, it's not gonna look good. Like, I have to move my head around a lot more than I would in real life. And to be fair, I'm naturally expressive, so being a VTuber model really works with me. I really like how the pendant moves and my earring. I think overall, I quite like this model. And let me show you the rest of it. This is the full body. It's a little bit stiff. I'm definitely going to be working on making sure that V3, which is also going to be full body, is a lot less stiff, especially in the arms. I made the mistake of rigging the arms very weirdly, so that when I turn this way, they don't really move, but they turn this way, they go in. It looks nice when I'm doing this, but I don't do that this often, and most of the time I'm facing this way. At the least I should have flipped it, and I probably could go back into the files and flip it, but I'm lazy. I've already gone through 11 updates of this model to fix issues that I've had and add toggles like the bald toggle, removing my eyebrows, and other fun things that I can do with this model. But I do like the steppies. I think I won't be doing steppies unless I can find a way to toggle between movements, which is possible, I think, by duplicating the legs and just having them switch between which leg is showing, and have one leg do the steppies and the other leg do a pose, and then they just, one is always visible and the other one is at 0 opacity. That's definitely possible. I have some cool redeems that I can do with this model, like the head pats, thank you VTube Studio. But I also have some hand assets that I bought off Etsy from Little Mewn. Link will be down below in the description. Things like this, which was I customized the color of in VTube Studio. They have quite a few customization options. The desk hides it, but if I look myself up, I still have my arms. In Sarbi version 3, I'm going to be making it so there is a toggle to hide the arm, because I'm terrible at drawing hands, so I'm not even trying to make my own assets for hands just yet. Eventually I will make customizable hands. Got a zoom. You can see the eyes and you can see the mouth rigging a little bit better. It's a little bit scuff. This is about as far as zoomed in as I can get. The eyes are quite nice. I think I would do some things a little bit differently, make them a little bit bouncier. I won't make the fangs as prominent, I think, in the new model as well. As much as I like it, they definitely won't be. I think the fangs will be, but the spiky teeth will be a little bit toned down. There's some clipping issues you can see in certain angles for the face. I try to fix it as much as possible, but I'm a little bit lazy. And usually you don't see it unless I'm turning like here, or it's like very specific angles that you can only see really close up, so most people don't see it. So I didn't really do much about it. I do like how 3D the eyes look. That's definitely a feature I really like. I'm going to be making that even better in V3. I know I talk about V3 a lot. It's because I'm literally working on it right now. The design is done, artwork is done, just lining it and rendering it. The rendering is going to be so much better because I've learnt a lot, because I've had a commission VTuber model, which I'll be doing a showcase for as soon as it's finished being rigged. If you'd like to follow the rigging process, I will be streaming it, or at least streaming some of it, so you can learn a little bit about VTuber rigging from someone who is basically an amateur at rigging and learning at the same time. Yeah, there's plenty of design changes, especially the outfit. I might make a version 2 outfit to swap, but currently it's a completely different outfit with even better colors, but the hair stays relatively the same. It's a little bit different, but the shape is overall the same and the colors are the same. I'm leaning away from the magpie in the sense that the outfit isn't magpie inspired. The outfit is more Aurora inspired, which is part of the lore. Link to my VGen if you would like to learn more about the Sarbi lore. I will be doing a lore video soon as well, explaining some of the Sarbi lore, especially this point in the timeline, because V2 and V3 are chronologically in order. So V2 is before V3. V2 doesn't have any powers. V3 does, and that's why V3 has a lot more connections to Aurora, whereas V2 is more connected to magpies, at least in the outfit. The hair will still be inspired by magpies. I am going to work on rigging lighting to the model. That is something I'm going to be experimenting with, to make the hair iridescent, so that depending on where I'm looking and what angle I am, the hair will be, you know, different colors. In this model, it kind of just has a green sheen, which is quite common in magpie feathers, but they don't just have green, they kind of almost have an oil slit, which I want to achieve that effect in the lighting. The pendant is staying. The pendant that you can see down there is staying, and some of the colors are staying. It's still black and white with the periwinkle blue. It's still got the green eyes and the hair that is black and white. The horns are staying relatively the same, but I believe the jewelry piece, yeah, I don't have the jewelry piece on the horn anymore. And basically it's just gonna be a massive upgrade. I have bookmarked and saved a lot of tutorials and like videos of people's rigging, and they look amazing, and I can't wait to learn how to do it. I'm gonna make the mouth rigging even better. I'm gonna follow the V-Bridger tutorials on how to do the tongue. Sarbi V3 is gonna have a forked tongue because she's part dragon, and I wanna have more of the dragon be a little bit more obvious. The rendering is gonna be upgraded, and I've gotten a lot of references on like really yummy skin and like how to render skin and stuff, and how to render hair, and I've learned how to render clothes, at least a little bit better than I used to. I still need to work on creases, but it's gonna be amazing, and I'm gonna make things glow, and it's gonna be really cool, a really good upgrade to V2, which is already a really good model, and I'm really attached to V2, so it is gonna hurt when I eventually get to V3. And I've been loving this journey on learning how to rig and how to become a VTuber. It's been very exciting. I'm disabled, I struggle with work, and this is pretty much the only thing I can put my effort into right now. I am currently scripting a completely separate video about disabilities and being a VTuber and what it has meant to me, so stay tuned and hit that subscribe button if you would like to see more of this kind of content. I also post my shorts here, so you can see what I'm up to on stream. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. It means a lot that you've made it this far. Please consider leaving a like if you enjoyed this kind of content, and let me know in the comments what kind of content you would like me to do in future. I want to make more YouTube content, and honestly I'm not 100% sure what to do, so if you have any suggestions, let me know. I hope you all like V2, and for those of you from my community who are watching this, thank you for staying with me and being absolutely amazing, and I hope you all are excited for version 3. Yippee! See you next time. Bye!